Shit. Please don't rain. Okay. Finally. Got open air and opportunity. Don't have to wear my mask or be around other people and look weird while I'm filming myself. It's not something I'm used to doing. But I might do it a lot more now that I can finally generate some car content. Because I finally got my R33 1995 Skyline GTST. Also known as the poor man's GTR. So, at first glance, the car looks like it's in immaculate shape for, you know, a 25-year-old vehicle. Just had the headlights restored not too long ago, courtesies of a place called ProShine here in Pyeongtaek, Anjongri. You can see some of the imperfections when you really get close, but just like any older vehicle, I mean, natural wear and tear is it's gonna be on the vehicle. The roof is in good condition. The seals can use some replacing, especially here. Rust is to a minimum. No signs of water damage. The owner installed an exhaust system, 3-inch straight pipe. I'm not sure of the brand, but for what it is, it's not my style, but it sounds pretty nice. So when we look closer, you're able to see some of the stuff that's going on with the paint, some chips, dings here and there. It's not much light, but whenever you look at the sides, you can definitely go down and figure out all of the flaws. But for the most part, everything is operable. All right. Turn this off 1 second. Okay, so we got the Momo steering wheel, which courtesies of the last owner, along with the gauges installed in the glove compartment area. This thing handles like a dream. Like, I couldn't be happier with it, and the horn still works. That's a huge plus. Originally, the car came with a flat screen nav system, but it was oriented for Japan and it was pretty outdated. So it was, the owner switched it out for a more modern radio system or CD system. Nice little shift knob here. Compartments are in good condition. The seats are very, very decent. I mean, there's, you know, natural wear for being a 25-year-old vehicle. Also, check this out. The original floor mats. Like, what are the odds? I also have the ones in the back. I cleaned these not too long ago. They came out pretty decent. For those of you paying close enough attention, whenever I film the dash here, you may see the miles per hour gauge is where it should be, but the tachometer for RPMs is all the way down. It should be exactly how this one is, but it's not. I don't recall if it worked at first, because when I first got the vehicle, did the walk around, started it up, I didn't pay attention to the dash. I didn't see if the tachometer was working then, but it's definitely not working now. So it's something I gotta look into. Let's go ahead and start it up. Okay. So I got the starter. It's the original starter. I had to have it fixed. It went through a quick fix phase. I didn't have time to purchase a new one or order a new one because the shipping here in Korea is not convenient at the moment. But she idles just fine. She's a little low, but needs a tune because she was put back together after installing new cylinders and not tuned. So I want to keep things safe and get it tuned first before I'm able to really open her up. All right, So underneath the hood, for those of you not used to seeing the Skylines other than a GTR, this is what the GTST RB25 Det looks like. Manifold is still on the left side, however the design concept has it going over the engine with the intercooler piping wrapping around the front and connecting to the intercooler. I don't understand the concept of that design, but I gotta research or look into that. Maybe find something interesting. And the turbo's tucked in underneath. As we progress with the build, I'm definitely gonna look to have it similar to the GTR with the manifold still on the right side, but the piping feeding out that side versus going over and all that maze stuff. But again, the car is in decent condition. I have a lot of work ahead of me, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So some of you might ask, why not get the GTR? If you're heavy into the car scene or car enthusiasts and you're into Skylines, then you definitely have done your research and know that the market right now is just I don't even know how to describe it. It is just off the chain. R34s are going for at least, what, 100,000 or more. I'm not even gonna get into it with R32s. They're actually more than the R33s. I guess it's a more favored style or era. Not as much mine. I prefer the 33 or 34s. But yeah, I got this for a very decent price. It was very convenient and it worked out, and I'm very happy with the initial start with where everything is. So yeah, got to get to work. So how I came to purchase the vehicle, a guy was getting ready to PCS back to the States, and he and his wife were getting ready to buy a house, and he didn't want to focus on or put the time and effort or money into the vehicle fixing an issue that he thought he had, which was the head gasket. Turns out it was more than the head gasket that was an issue. It was deeper. It was the cylinders. Replaced those, did the necessary adjustments. Of course, I went with aftermarket hardware. But it took so long because of the mailing system here that I literally just got the car a couple weeks ago. It's July now. I haven't had the car since November, so that should say something. I don't even want to get into that details, but those details. So I ended up getting a car from him. I anticipated some problems, not this soon. But it happened sooner than later. It's okay, it all worked out. Got the car up and running, and now I'm getting it ready to get shipped back home so it can meet me there, and we continue with the build from there. So overall, handling wise, this thing, man, steering is really tight. The tachometer is having some issues. The RPM read, miles per hour works just fine. See, I can't go over a certain amount of RPMs because of tuning, which is causing me to stay out of boost. But I tell you, driving on the right side, man, it takes some getting used to. Especially here in Korea. Korea is not exactly the place you want to learn how to do something on the road, but I had to get this thing back home, so.